final cat. Shout out to Culture Spill and most importantly, more fam, shout out to y'all for tapping in. It says Ashanti reveals how Jennifer Lopez stole and ruined her career. Me personally, I mostly react to stuff like this because it has to do with music, of course. If it wasn't, I wouldn't really react to it too much, you know what I'm saying? Plus, it seems like y'all be fucking with it, so you know what I'm saying? I just be trying out new things, seeing what works. Me personally, I think a lot of old artists from back then went through a lot of things as far as like writing for people and getting tired of it or just going through a lot as far as like the music, the music shit. So it's like, cause it's a lot of good artists from back then that don't get the credit they deserve because you know what I'm saying they have problems with their label and stuff like that. Like a lot of stuff start happening once you have that hit record, and then you know what I'm saying a lot of people start want to put their hands in the pot to try to get whatever they can out of your work. That's why I hate when and a lot of people be like, oh, this person fell off or this person fell off, or you know what I'm saying, you never know what they really did music for. They could have did music just for the quick bag because they know they could do it and put that money into something else, or just because they just had other plans. They just, because sometimes a lot of the times people will use something for leverage to get to the next level. I'm saying that's like, for example, 50 Cent. 50 Cent used music to get to the next level, to get into TV shows and movies and stuff like that, and to be able to make money for himself. So it's like a lot of things you gotta leverage. And certain artists didn't get the chance to leverage, but they still known because of the impact they made at one point in time. But we ain't gonna talk too much. Without further ado, we're gonna get straight into the video.
This is me now. This is me now.
Yep, Jennifer Lopez just announced that she will be releasing a new album in 2023. But me and a million other people are wondering, who will be singing on the album? When she says this is me, does it mean she will actually finally be singing the songs? Or will Ashanti be doing the work for her again?
I mean, I referenced the record for her, which is, done a lot in the music industry, and they left my background vocals on there, so.
Okay, that right there is Ashanti admitting that her voice was left in the background of a J-Lo song. But according to some people, Ashanti did more than just background singing. In fact, decades later, fans still say that J-Lo stole Ashanti's vocals and almost ruined her career. Let's be real, guys. J-Lo has always been slammed for stealing from other people, especially black artists' vocals for her songs. But this whole drama escalated when J-Lo allegedly said that she would be singing a Whitney Houston tribute. Apparently, she told Times, "I feel that Whitney's songs fit my vocal range very well. I'm going to sing..."
What y'all think about that? Because Whitney Houston was a great. So what y'all think about that? Let me know in the comment section down below.
"I have nothing and I will always love you." Adding to the internet speculation that the claims were true was a clip published on Twitter that even featured a raw audio of Miss Lopez rehearsing for the Grammy performance.
I don't waste dreams. No. Whoa, I'm sorry everybody. That hurt me too. I don't waste dreams that fine.
Well, Lauren Schwartz, a representative for J-Lo, confirmed that the quotes attributed to her were fake and that she had not announced any such tribute to Whitney, saying, "There is no truth to this rumor and that interview did not happen. We are looking into the audio clip, but either way, it is not related to any Grammy performance." So, one of the reasons why fans thought J-Lo singing a Whitney tribute would be wild is that she allegedly doesn't even sing her own songs and has people like Ashanti to thank for her success. Remember when J-Lo released I'm Real in September 2001? That song was lifted from her second studio album, J-Lo, but according to Ashanti, the song was supposedly being saved for her, and it's not clear why Gotti, who signed Ashanti to his record label, Murder Inc., had handed the track over to J-Lo in the first place. The track was even already recorded and mixed with Ashanti's vocals, which is why you still hear her in the background in J-Lo's version. For her part, Ashanti opened up about that incident saying,
It was a bittersweet because I was really excited because it was J-Lo, you know what I mean? But I was so mad at Irv because I was like, you know I wanted that record.
Also, after the success of I'm Real, Ashanti returned once again to write entirely new lyrics over a brand new beat for J-Lo for Ain't It Funny. She actually wrote the song, sang the chorus, and added ad-libs like she did for I'm Real, and also made a cameo in the music video. Y'all. In case you need more convincing that J-Lo took Ashanti's projects, Fat Joe once spilled that J-Lo almost took What's Love from Ashanti.
Irv and Ja had called me and they woke me up like 3 in the morning and they said, yo, come down. We made a song for you. It's right after Pun Pass. So when I go to the studio, it's like 4 in the morning, they play What's Love and you on it. And they was telling me, yo, this is for you and J-Lo. We want the Latinos on this.
Whew, thank God Ashanti had Fat Joe in her corner, because he was like, nope. Ashanti sounds amazing. We are not replacing her.
I mean, yeah, it's good too because a lot of people will try to make it like, follow the narrative that Irv Gotti's trying to push, which is like Ashanti didn't stay loyal and all that stuff like that. So it's like, at least she got people back up saying like, nah, like a lot of your songs that you originally had was taken because of Irv.
With nobody. It's how Ashanti doesn't get enough credit for her work for me. And more than 2 decades later, she actually opened up about how it felt not being given credit for her work. She said during an interview with Metro UK, you should always care about credit for what you do, regardless of what industry you're in. It's really important to give credit, especially nowadays, because things are so smoke and mirrors. It's not that it's frustrating. The word has been getting out there over the past couple of years, and I'm grateful. So a lot of people know, and they were surprised. But it's more of a, yeah, grateful that you know. In the interview, she also talked about the emotions she went through when everything was going down, adding, it's weird because obviously you get frustrated for not getting credit or not being properly labeled, but then that turns into something you get admired for. Well, even though she talked about the importance of getting credit, I still think the difference between their careers is that J-Lo's career skyrocketed, whereas Ashanti's kind of stalled out. And a lot of people agree. Like one person who wrote, J-Lo is a thief, point blank, period. Bringing up legends who can actually sing, Ashanti's vocals were straight up used. And another person added, Ashanti baby, I'm so sorry J-Lo stole the career you deserved.
At least people giving her
other than
credit.
the Ashanti drama, some people also say that J-Lo's success is because of Tommy Mottola. In this sense, so J-Lo already had a little bit of fame from being on In Living Color, but she couldn't break into singing because, she couldn't sing that well, and she couldn't get on Broadway because she couldn't sing or act well enough. And this is where Tommy comes in. His marriage to Mariah Carey wasn't going well, and Mariah wanted out of the marriage and her contract with Sony, and Tommy wasn't gonna let that go easy. So he gave J-Lo a song that Mariah had already recorded and then shelved Mariah's version and released J-Lo's version. Does it make sense now why J-Lo and Mariah still don't like each other to this day? From some people's point of view, it looks like the only reason J-Lo is famous now is that Tommy wanted to spite Mariah, which would make sense considering that they got a divorce like 2 years later. And then Mariah released the masterpiece that is Emancipation of Mimi. The only problem is that going forward, J-Lo needed a lot of help with her songs to pass as an amazing artist. And I'll be breaking down a couple of other songs she got a ton of help with, other than the ones that Ashanti came through for her on. For starters, All I Have is the second single from This Is Me, but once again, most of the vocals were contributed by someone else.
I'm trying to figure out how she was I'm pretty sure she was paying a lot to get that help. Because ain't no way motherfuckers was just doing this for free off the strength of it just being J-Lo. I don't think people was just doing off the strength like, yo, this is J-Lo, we gotta help her out. I don't think so. She had to be paying a lot of money for people to write for her and background vocals and all that stuff.
else. Most of the chorus was a vocal sample from Deborah Law's Very Special, and Sony received consent for the use of the sample, but apparently Deborah Laws was unaware and even took them to court. However, the voice you hear on the chorus is not Deborah's, but Makeba Riddick's, and J-Lo literally barely sings at all on this track. The one that shocked a lot of people, including me, is Jenny from the Block. This song is such a trademark J-Lo song that it's hard to think of anyone else singing it. But believe it or not, someone else actually has been the entire time. The voice on the single belonged to Natasha Ramos and was used after she demoed the track for Miss Lopez. Natasha's voice shares a striking resemblance to J-Lo's, so if the demo hadn't leaked, no one would have noticed that she actually sings the entire chorus and the bridge. Speaking of Natasha, she also contributed her vocals to the chorus of I'm Glad, and her vocals are also pretty prominent on Loving.
Me honestly, I think the quote unquote ghostwriters or whatever you want to call them should get their credit too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with ghostwriters or whatever, because some of the greatest artists have ghostwriters. Michael Jackson, Drake, a lot of people, and this is not no secret. It's not something I'm exposing. It's already out there. You feel what I'm saying? Look up Michael Jackson name, or when you listen to a song, go to the description and you'll see, like, you know what I'm saying, the credits of the person who helped to write it or who helped do whatever.
You. And here's another bombshell. Ride or Die was written and sang by Brandy. The song was intended for Brandy's Aphrodisiac album, but after multiple delays, it was passed to J-Lo for her Rebirth album. Apparently, J-Lo couldn't find the time to record vocals for the entire song, and Brandy's voice is still very much so present throughout the chorus and backing vocals. Oh, it goes on. The chorus of If You Had My Love was sung by Shawnette Harrell, and her vocals are mixed like background vocals. Even J-Lo's song Play is majorly sung by Christina Milian. Like, why not just feature Christina in the song? Anyway, Get Right, which has also been very controversial, was originally recorded as Ride for Usher's 2004 album Confessions. However, after the song failed to make the album, the track was passed to J-Lo as an apology. Usher apparently did not sign off on this and demanded publishing rights. Other than that, most of the vocals are apparently being handled by background singer Rudana Haddad. Word on the street is also that Canella Cox is the voice behind Love Don't Cost a Thing, although the fact that she's uncredited and possibly unpaid for her role as a background vocalist makes this kinda hard to verify. There's also no one listed as a background vocalist for I'm Gonna Be Alright, which is confusing since the vocals during the chorus definitely aren't J-Lo's. Well, a lot of people still feel like out of all of the people in J-Lo's songs, Ashanti was used the most, and it's not fair at all. However, some also say that if Ashanti is really that good and the one behind J-Lo's success, why isn't she a bigger artist? But where do you stand on all of this? Do you think J-Lo stood in the way of Ashanti's career? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure to check out this next one.
Me personally, I think the person who stood in the way of her career was Irv Gotti with, you know what I'm saying, giving away so much of her songs. So it's like, yeah, she played a role in taking the songs, but who allowed it to happen? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below about this whole situation. With that being said, I appreciate y'all for all the love and support. Love is love, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.